Hey, hello, hello. How are you guys? How you doing? Hey, Patrick, Salman. Hey, Luke. How you doing? Hello, Dijan. Nice to see you guys. Nice to see you here. All right. Hey, it's Ben. Hey, TM 2000. So, hey, Alex. How are you? So, today, guys, I would like to take more time. Well, there's just a few people here, but I would like to take the time for answering any of your questions. Today was a very choppy day, very ranging day inside of the range. So actually, it didn't happen like too too much during the morning or during our trading sessions or trading time. So if you have any question about the break and retest strategy, how we traded on the community, this could be a nice session to go over all of your questions. So don't be shy. If today want to share something about uh, your entries, your trade management, how to place your stop loss or anything, uh, today is the day. All right. All right, Dijan. So give me a few minutes and we will go over Amazon. All right, 9:48. Okay. That. All right. So I was a bit busy today, so I wasn't. I didn't have the chance to prepare the chart for you. Usually, when we start this session, we already have some of the positions or the opportunities here. So I just want to show you the 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 charts here. Uh, so for example, this we have the 1 minute candle here right at the previous day low. So this is usually kind of a nice confirmation of a downside day, but today it didn't happen. Actually, we had a strong candle to the upside, so it reclaimed the pre-market high, it reclaimed the previous day low, and this 198.23 has been a strong key level on the daily chart. So that's why it's right here. So we had this push to the upside, then we went from high of the day to low of the day, and this is exactly what we don't like, right? Like, I mean, look at the range on this 5 minute, and this is ugly. This is ugly because look how much time we spent inside of the range, inside of the range. So it was noon and we were still inside of the range. And for being honest, I don't see any opportunity here to here. So maybe this one, I mean, this is the break, displacement and retest of the pre-market high. And what was happening on the indices? Well, the SPY was actually retesting the pre-market high, but I don't know, like just because of the hour, I don't like it. And yes, we had these impulsive candles to the upside. I'm not sure what happened here. I was trying to find out what was this. I think uh, obviously this had to be something about tariffs or something like that. But look at this. I mean, once we had this impulsive candle, what happened not only on the tech names but on the indices? Look at this, how it failed to hold, how it failed to hold. So we, and not only failed to hold, now we have a very nice market structure to the downside. So here, what we expect? Well, we expect continuation to the downside, right? So this is kind of uh, this is kind of ugly for traders. So oh, sorry. So that's what I don't like anything in Apple. So someone uh, Trump and Canada Prime Minister meeting caused that pump. Okay, yeah. And what they agreed? Nothing, right? Yeah. You're very welcome, Felipe. Okay, so anyone took anything in Apple? I don't see. Again, not even this one. It's kind of a like clear or something. Uh, yeah, I don't like it. Not only because it's out of our trading window, but I mean it's not supported by price action, not even on the indices. So let's go to the next one. So this is AMD. So AMD had two different opportunities here that I like. So this purple line is the top of the 5 minute opening range. So I like this one, right? So we created this high on very early in the morning. Then we came from high of the day to low of the day to this 97.50 key level on the 15-minute chart. And then we broke again this not only the 5 minute opening range but the high of the day. So we had this nice break, this placement and retest of the 5 minute opening range. uh, this yellow dotted line, it's the previous day low. I know I don't like to trade from the bottom of the ranges, but for today, this was the 5 minute opening range. So I like this retest here. And what was happening on the indices. So let's go look for it. So it's right here. So it's right here. So it's kind of, respecting market structure, lower highs, I'm sorry, higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low. And also on the SPY, well, in a SPY, it's actually a little bit clearer, right? So it was breaking and retesting or bouncing out of the pre-market high. So I had this position here. Let's assume that you enter after these two retests and you had your position here on the next candle, let's say at the candle closure, and you have your stop loss like below of these candles, or let's say at the body of this previous candle here. So if you are looking for a 1 to 2 risk reward ratio trade, that was a super small trade, and you can actually got it here like in 99.10. But look at this. If you were looking for a 1 to 3 risk reward ratio trade, you were not even looking for high of the day. This is the 1 to 3 risk reward ratio trade. And let's say, hey, you know what? I wasn't able to trim my position here, and I was stopped right here. So this is a nice example. This is a very nice example of the 84% rule. For all of those that are asking about the 84% rule, this is a very nice opportunity here. So there are a few things that are coinciding here. So uh, this this is kind of the first order block from the day. It was the first high of the day, and then this was the up closing candle. So let's say you had something like this. So you have this order block, you have this 5 minute opening range, you have this previous day low, you have this 1 minute opening range. So, and what do you have here on the indices? So again, SPY was actually bouncing from the pre-market high, and Well, QQQ was actually just pushing up, right? So in maybe 482.50, yeah, something like this, yeah, like reclaiming for what 482.50. So the thing here is that because of this low is not actually changing of character or like switching or shifting the momentum of the price action here. When this movement reclaims the very same entry point from our previous trade, this is a very good example of the 84% rule. So everything here, it's the exact same scenario, right? So it's the reclaim of the 5-minute opening range high with an impulsive candle here. This has not changed anything. So if you entered your position here and you were aiming again, if you were aiming to a 1 to 3 reward rate to trade, you had a lot of chances to trim your position here. If you were aiming to high of the day, you actually got a 1 to 4.4 risk reward rate to trade. And if you were able to trim your position here and manage to stay on this trade, you can actually have, well, look at this. If you were aiming to the 100 point, this was a 1 to 8.3 risk reward rate to trade. So again, the 100, the 100 key level has been crucial here, right? Like it's the 100 has been it's just a round number, a side number, a strike number. So the 100 was kind of obvious here, and also the pre-market high, it's still very high. So I mean, once we reclaim this 100, that was kind of the very last objective here. So you had two entries. The first one didn't reach high of the day. However, it actually went to 1 to 3 reward rate to trade. So you should be able to, trim some of your position here and assume a small loss here, or maybe you were break even here. But if you were ready to take the 84% rule, this is a very nice example of the 84% rule. So let me go to the chat. Not sure if anyone has a question. Uh, Felipe, this is a very good question. So, in which law we can say the price shift direction? Well, you can see this is not like a change of character here. We are actually respecting the 1 minute opening range. So this is not textbook, Felipe. Like okay, well, we are keeping higher highs, higher lows, but you can see here. I mean, even when this drop happened, you have an impulsive movement here to reclaim the same level. So let's assume that, I mean, if you go to the 5 minute, oh, if you go to the 5 minute, look at this. I mean, there the structure is intact, right? Can you see it? I think on the 5 minute it's easier to spot, but yeah, on the 5 minute it's easier to spot, but this trade here is just remember, I mean, when you are looking to your trades on the 1 minute, it's sometimes it's harder to spot like the real market structure. So sometimes when you are on the trade or when you are looking at the chart, I mean, go look the higher time frames, right? Like the 5 minute, the 15 minute. So look for the market structure of the price, and you will see more information than just the 1 minute candles. Uh, Hi Neto, I do QQQ. Well, let's go to QQQ at the end, right? The end. This is the 1 minute candle retest high. Well, yes, I mean that's another way to see it. I mean, this is a retest of the 1 minute opening range high, and if you were waiting for some confirmation here, I mean, you waited for one, two, even three candles here. But again, this looks more like the 84% rule of this entry on the break displacement and retest of this 5 minute opening range. But yes, I mean, if you were looking for this, actually, this point here, well, the thing is that right here it's not actually retesting anything. So probably let's say that, I mean, this is kind of a order block from QQQ. This is actually a very nice order block on QQQ. So you will see. All right. Okay. There is an order block. Yeah, this is an order block here. So again, those are all of the confluences here, right? Like this order block, this previous day low, this 5 minute opening range high. So these are like all of the confluences here for taking this 84% rule. Okay, so let's go to the next one, to the Amazon. So I was reading someone took Amazon today, 948. 948. You took Amazon calls? Call position 948. You were looking for reaction here on the previous day low? Order block. Yeah. I don't know, like, look, for example, here, I mean, I understand this could be an order block here, but the really important order blocks are this one. I mean, this was the pivot high or the local high. So this is kind of the important order block. This one, it doesn't matter here. Can you see? I mean, this is not a high. This is not anything. I mean, this is just price going slower to fulfill orders here. But this is not. I mean, not every candle on the way up, it's gonna be an order block. So this 1014 candle, that's not an order block. This uh, this 1018 candle, that's not an order block. I mean, it's inside of the previous order block, right? Or this is the order block where this was the previous high of the day, but not because you had one down close candle on the way up. This is gonna be an order block here, right? So just trying to understand a little bit more this. All right. So so if you have 948 here, this is the previous day low, and this also was kind of the gap on the, this is the gap. This is a gap on the. Give me 1 second. Uh, Amazon. For some reason, my trading view has been slow. Yeah, so well, okay, now I get. So this yellow box, it's a gap on the daily chart. So this is actually a good point to look for the reaction. But if you can see on the indices, so this 948, can you see what was happening on the indices? So yes, what's this? 948. Well, yes, we had this reaction here on QQQ. This is the 1 minute opening range high. And what was happening on SPY? Well, that's the 1 minute opening range high. Well, yes, that's true. But look at the second candle. I mean, there's nothing as a confirmation. So this is kind of, I don't know, like, can you see here? This is a very weak retest here. and this candle, yes, it goes into your direction, but look look at the indices. I mean, it's kind of a it's kind of a high it's kind of a high I'm sorry, but I'm just confused about the words. So it's kind of a high movement for a retest here. So I will be waiting for more confirmation here, or maybe even a better reaction here, because remember today we were expecting a very slow day because tomorrow is FOMC. So I don't know, like I will be expecting more aggressive rejections or aggressive moves to take a trade today. And I'm gonna show you what I took to this morning, uh, and maybe that's gonna be easier to explain the difference between the reaction I was looking for. Uh, the okay, yeah. So this 948, I mean, yes, it's having some reaction right here on the gap of the daily chart. Uh, Mr. Mobile, you took the same trade on Amazon. This 948. Yeah, the thing is that I don't know, like I don't like I don't like the reaction on the indices, for being honest. I mean, the SPY was very neutral candle, and QQQ was I don't know, like I don't like it. Mr. Mobile 949, so maybe on this spike here. Yeah, so this is I mean it, this reaction here wasn't enough for anything, but this is something that I like a little bit more. So now we have here the break, displacement, and retest of this previous day close, and what was happening on the indices. Well, they were actually just pulling back, doing nothing. What about here? Look, I actually look more like this entry here, but it's just consolidating, right? This actually not probably this is a this is a nicer entry than this one, because this is the order block or the retest of the previous high of the day. So I will be looking for something more like here. I will be looking for something like here, a good reaction here, like maybe this one on the reactions here. Well, maybe this will be my entry. Let's say that you have your entry here, your risk at the bottom of this order block, and you were looking for high of the day. Well, this 187.50, that's the strike. That's 122.4. I'm not sure if I will stay on this trade after this drop, and this is just lucky, right? I mean, this is the candle from what you just said about the meeting with the Canadian Prime Minister. But here, so here we have this break displacement. Good. This is actually good displacement and retest here. So we are actually having a lot of touches here on this order block from the high of the day or previous high of the day, and also this was the yesterday close. So this is actually a nice place to be to or to spot a trade. It's just the indices were doing anything here. Like okay, so probably here they were like pushing up from that order block that we draw there, and from the pre-market high on SPY. But look at Amazon, it was doing anything here. So only if you were lucky and you were like holding for all this time because this never closed below your stop loss level, you were able to catch this, but this wasn't worthy the risk. For being honest, this wasn't worthy the risk because all of this consolidation here, then maybe this move here, if you were trimming something here, it was just 1 to 1. Yeah, no. So this need to be 187.50. Yeah, I mean, again, we are just looking for the opportunities, but I don't think we will take this trade here just because all of this consolidation, right? And even when the indices were kind of pushing higher and respecting market structure, can you see higher highs, higher lows, shy higher highs, but shy higher lows. But anyways, well, uh, Neto, could you open a trade at 956? Kind of 956, like the 1 minute opening range high. If you are asking me, I wouldn't. I wouldn't because the indices were at the bottom of the range. Can you see? So this 956, I mean, yes, here it's kind of bouncing from the 1 minute opening range, but on the indices, they were actually below of the opening range, below of the 5 minute opening range. So I will take it. No, I wouldn't. Um, Market action sucks. Waiting for FOMC. Yeah. Uh. Hey Neto, I know Lauren doesn't really trade off the 5 minute opening range or intraday levels, mainly pre-market levels or previous day highs and lows. It's been working for me, but do you trade the same? Yes, I don't like. Well, I don't like too much the pre-market levels for my trades. I like more like the 5 minute opening range or the previous day high and low. Uh, that's what I like. But I mean, you just need to find out what fits better with your style and your personality and backtest. 956. Well, that's the one. Okay. So, well, that's what I saw from for Amazon. Again, can you see? I mean, low of the day, high of the day, low of the day, new high of the day, consolidating, lucky green candles all the way back to this gap. So yeah, ugly price action, awful price action. So let's go to the next one. Uh, this is Nvidia, and I took an Nvidia trade. Let me tell you what I did. I I don't remember where I shared my chart. Posture gains. Give me 1 second, guys. I'm looking where for some reason it's not here, but it's here. Nvidia. Okay. Now I remember. Okay. Okay. So for Nvidia, we have this 5 minute opening range. This is the pre-market low. This 111.36. This is the pre-market low. Uh, Pre-market low. So what I did was taking a trade here. Yes. So this was the 1 minute opening range right below the pre-market low. So I took this trade here. So this was a nice break, displacement and retest of this 1 minute opening range. And I will show you what the indices were doing. So I took my trade right here. Let me show you what the indices were doing here. So my risk was the pre-market, no, my risk was all the way here to the opening price. And I was looking for this 110.37 key level on the 15-minute chart. And let me explain why I took this trade, okay? This was the break, displacement, and retest of the 1 minute opening range. This actually went above and almost touched the pre-market low. But can you see what the indices were doing? Let me show you here. So we had break, displacement, and retest of pre-market low. And this is my entry here. Break, displacement, and retest of pre-market low, 5 minute opening range. And this was my entry here. So in my opinion, everything was set to have continuation to the downside. So we had this break of the range, displacement, retest, and then we had some hint of a move back to the downside. So it didn't have any continuation here. I mean, it did went to the downside a little bit on QQQ, and I think there was kind of a key level on this 478.50, and this 557 was a key level on SPY. That's probably why it just bounced from there. For being honest, I didn't have those levels on my on my on my charts, uh, but not sure if any one of you took something like this. Uh, Neto, I think that's a super nice trade. Just probably it's not playing out. Yeah, actually, that's exactly what I think. Look, um, and then my stop loss. Let me tell you about my stop loss. So I was looking I was looking for this the edge of this candle here. This is the actual candle that broke the level, and then we had this continuation here, right? So when this candle closed, let me show you. When this candle closed above this my stop loss, so what was happening on the indices? Again, they were bouncing on the 1 minute opening range, uh, but again, it didn't work. So I actually closed my position like here on this candle here. I know this is against the rules, but I was looking at the indices, what they were doing, and as you can see, the next two candles were actually to the downside. So I was just looking at this. I mean, I was like, okay, well, if this candle goes above this one or close above this one, I'm gonna close my trade. So this was actually a very nice loss. that I mean, hope you understand this. Uh, this was actually like a 11% loss on this trade. Why? Because I had a very good entry here, and I mean this is a very small risk, right? I think I took the 110 calls. I'm sorry, 110 puts. So I just had 11% loss right here. Not sure if you guys had something like that. Uh, Patrick, I took the exact same trade on Nvidia as you. It was a loss, but I take it as a positive since I saw same as you. Yeah, I mean, again, I was looking at this, the break of this initial range, retest. The indices were doing kind of the same thing, and it just unfortunate that it didn't work, right? And then later on the day, so let's see what happened. So here we had a reaction on the high of the day, 5 minute open range. Then it flagged a little bit and then broke this high, previous high of the day. And Alejandro, do you follow up this rule or is it not necessarily that way? What do you mean? What rule? Based on my trades, I saw that taking, for example, long position below previous day low have let. Yeah, exactly. That because that's trading from the opposite side of the range, right? Mm, okay. Moneda, I'll be back to Apple in a minute. Okay. All right, so now we broke high of the day, and then we reclaim previous day low. This dotted yellow line, it's previous day low. Uh, is Mina here? I think yeah, Mina. You need to help me, my friend. I need to move the tax closer to so we don't need to like zoom in, zoom out. I think it was an easy thing. You told me how to do it. I just forgot. Sorry about that. Uh, so here we reclaim the previous day low. We reclaim the previous day low. Again, that's exactly what I don't like to do. Like using the low of the ranges to to the to the upside and using the top of the ranges to the downside. For me, that's kind of the reversals. That's kind of a reversal, so that's something that I don't like too much. So so this wasn't a play for me, but let me show you what the indices were doing. So right here, so let's say that you are interested here. This is out of our trading hours. It's 11:15 in the morning. So we had this break, this placement retest here. And well, the actually the indices were kind of behaving nicely. So we had this retest here on the pre-market high and this yeah this reaction here on this order block from the previous high of the day. So can you see? So this is nice, this is nice. So if you are gonna draw your order blocks, again use the ones that created high of the day. So for example, here, I mean, just because you are going to the downside, this small green, this is not an order block. The same here. Uh, say, oh, sorry. Let's say here. So just because here you are starting at a downtrend, just these three, well, these three candles, I mean, they are three candles, right? But if it was just one, there's, I mean, we need to talk more about the order blocks. I think that that will be nice. What happened here again? Okay, no, all right. Okay, so here we were reclaiming this previous day low, and we were having nice reaction on the indices. So what happened here? Well, if you took a position here and you, I mean, again, everything before these 4 3 4 candles, that very impulsive candles, it's gonna be a green trade. However, again, I don't like to use the previous day low as my support for a move. I will be waiting for some sort of reaction on pre-market high and then continuation, but not from previous day low. I will be expecting weakness on previous day low. Just like, well, it didn't happen here. Actually, well, I mean, previous day low was the floor for this move. But look, I mean, this is just awful, right? It's it's a very small range. It's a $1 range. Yeah, $1 range. So this is awful, right? This is awful. So you don't want to trade this. Today was a day to be very careful, to play defensive. So this was the only nice play that I will say we had on Nvidia. All the other things that we had on Nvidia, it's just, I mean, kind of noise, right? Look, this range. Then we broke the range, but a few candles later, we were inside of the range. Then we continue on this range, and now at 2 p.m. we just broke again the range, and this is nice. I mean, this is we are closing the daily gap. The difference between yesterday close. I mean, this is yesterday close. This is yesterday close. Let's see what the reaction here is. We should have like a strong reaction. Usually, the last candle of the day has a lot of volume, so there should be a lot of liquidity here on the yesterday's close, previous day close. So let's see what happened there. But that's something that you should be expecting. Reaction on the previous day close. Can you see there's reaction here? All right. So let's go to the next one, to Tesla. And Tesla, what happened with Tesla? Oh, anything here is just 10 minutes, 15 minutes from the open. We are at the bottom of all of the ranges. Previous day low, uh, pre-market low, previous week low. This green week green dotted line, it's previous week low. So here, Ale, I took Tesla 939. 939. Why? What's the reasoning behind that trade, Ale? OB, because of this candle, because of this 935 candle. I was bullish on Tesla based on pre-market compared to indices. Well, okay. So let's talk about this candle here, Ale. So again, just because this is a down closing candle on an uptrend, it doesn't mean this is the order block. For being honest, here, I mean, for me, this is the order block right here. There's the liquidity. Another one will be maybe this one. This is a downtrend, and this could be your order block here. This is an uptrend, and this is the down closing candle that has relevance. Can you see? I mean, if you just drag it here, this is the actual order block that has relevance. Why? Because this is where everything reversed. So that means that here we have sellers. We have sellers right here. So again, not just because we have a down closing candle on an uptrend means that that's an order block. All right. Uh, Ale, have you ever watched the order block videos from the Discord community? If you haven't, I did. Okay. Other types of order blocks. We need to ask him. Neto, on your second order block, why wouldn't it be the one at the bottom? Yeah, like this one. Yeah, I mean that will be the order block. But this is later than this. This is later than this. So you should be adjusting your your drawings here, right? So here we had this downtrend, and here is the when it's actually pivoting. So this is the new order block, right? But if now you are breaking this, but look, even here, look at this. I mean, look at all of the reaction on this order block here. It was the ceiling, and then it was the floor. So it was resistant, then it turned into support, and we actually kind of, I mean, we didn't. Um, bounce from here, but it was very close, right? But yes, absolutely. I mean, once we broke this, for me, this will be like the relevant order block. So here is where there are sellers that there are sellers stepping in, right? So okay, so I understand this one. It's two things, Ale. I mean, first, it's super early in the day. Super early in the day. So 9:38. Uh, I will my my process, and this is not like a rule or something, but my process is waiting at least 10. I like 15 to 20 minutes for market to actually decide what direction it wants. Like here, I mean, after look here, I mean, we were this is 9:38. Yes, we are at the top of the at the top of the 5 minute opening range. But what happened? I mean, it's struggling on this level, and then from high of the day to low of the day. So here now it's 20 minutes. Yeah, here it's 20 minutes into the market, and we have nothing. It's super neutral. It's inside of the 5 minute opening range. So what I will do, I will wait a little bit more, at least for the break of the ranges, right? Like here, okay, well, now we broke the range. Now we are having some displacement, retest here. So what's happening here? This is a trade I would like. This is a trade I would like. So right here, can you see? Okay, let me pull it a little more. Okay. So right here, we are breaking down the previous day low. We have small displacement, but then on the retest, what are we looking here? We are looking for weakness here. So if you took this trade, what was happening? What was happening on the, oh, sorry, what was happening on the indices? Well, for some reason this just turned off. Wait a minute. Right here. So what was happening on the indices right here on this retest? We were retesting the pre-market low, the 5 minute opening range low on both indices. So this is something that I like. My risk will be the top of these wicks or these candles, or yeah, something between this and this, because this is the candle that broke the pre-market low, right? So this is the candle that actually broke the pre-market low. So something between this candle and let's say the middle. And you were aiming to the pre-market low. So from previous day low to pre-market low, that's a 1 to 2.4 risk reward ratio trade. And that was a nice trade. And that, well, look at this. I mean, it was actually in two candles, right? It was actually in two candles, and even if you wanted like the body of the low of the day, the opening candles, this was a 1 to almost 3 risk reward ratio trade. And why? Because the indices were actually retesting pre-market low and the 5 minute opening range low both of them. Can you see? This is the circle. This is the circle. Hey Neto, it reversed from here. Yeah, I mean, yes, but again, that was kind of unfortunate because everything was just looking weak. I mean, weak gap down, everything was looking weak. For me, this was kind of the natural play, but I mean, it just reversed right here, right? Like, so if you trim your position here, you actually had a few opportunities to trim right at pre-market low. Pre-market low was 1 to 2.4 risk reward ratio trade. That's not a bad trade. So you had your first trims here. It's reversing here, retesting this top of the 1 minute opening range. It goes it goes lower again. It's having reaction, so you trim again. So probably you were like 50% your position right here, and when you started going all this way up, you started trimming. So this at the worst case should be like a small win. What do you think, guys, about this? Um, Alejandro, can you see? Well, Dian, this is kind of the same setup on Amazon. Yes, yes. Uh, Felipe, if I'm not mistaken, this is the last highest in this case. You were talking about the order blocks. Yes. Uh, Alejandro, can you see 958? I was aiming to my 270 level, 958. Yeah, well, this is the exact same trade, right? Like 958 right here. We were actually targeting the low of the day, or this 270. I mean, 270 was nice. Probably 271 was a nice level. But you should be trimming here on the pre-market low, waiting exactly for this reaction. But yeah, I mean, again, indices were showing weakness. We got down. Here it was a clean break, displacement, and retest of the previous day low. So that's exactly what you want. I mean, from the previous day low to go lower. Um, is that one? Thanks, Neto. Okay. Is the same time of your NVIDIA entry, by the way? Yes. Yeah, that, exactly. So I was looking at so many things that could actually work, and I chose the one that didn't. But this was actually a nice trade. For being honest, when it goes all the way to my first profit targets, sometimes I'm hesitant to take partial. But here we had a few opportunities to trim this position here. And after this impulsive candle to the upside, I will be very careful to start trimming on the way up, just in case this is just shifting the momentum, right? Okay, so and after that, can you see, guys, just again inside of a range, inside of the 5 minute or the 1 minute opening range. So ugly day for everyone, all the investors and smart money and the big money. They are just chilling, waiting for tomorrow's FOMC. Uh, so let's go to the next one. Microsoft. What happened in Microsoft? So we had this open, no reaction here. Yeah, look at I mean, this is just awful, right? So for example, here, this is my order block. Why? Because here there's so many others that actually reverse the price. Hey Neto, here this works as an order block. I don't think so. I think this is just noise. This work as an order block? I don't think so. I think this is just noise. Can you see why? I mean, Yes, it consolidated a bit here, but nothing happens here. This is just, like the regular behavior of a candle. But this one is actually so strong that it reversed the price. That this reversed the price. And later in the day, so what will be the next order block? I think it will be this one. And if you can see, this actually worked for a long time. So that's that's my way to do the order blocks. Maybe when you understand, I mean, you need to understand what is going on inside of an order block. So the order block is just an area on the chart where there are so many orders to fill, and you just need to be aware of that area because you never know if there are so many buying orders or selling orders. But this is a good reference. At least this kind of a trick of mine. Use the order blocks where price actually pivots. So the next the next order block here for me, it will be this one. And what happens here? What happens here? Well, this is so strong that price reverses here a few times. Can you see? Can you see? So that's, but I mean, that's just practice and experience, guys. That there's no like a rule of how to draw the order blocks. But when you understand what's happening inside of the order block, you will see that, I mean, a red candle inside of an uptrend, it's nothing. It's if it's not a pivot, if it's not on a key level, right? Okay. Yeah, Michael. Yeah, the order blocks were created by the opposite candle of whatever the trend is, but it's just not a random candle. It needs to be the one that actually pivots the price, right? Okay. So Microsoft again. I mean, if you were just like looking for this order block, maybe something like this, and you are extending this, now you have again one touch, one great touch. This is a huge touch and huge move. So, and what was happening here? Let's see what happens here. Well, this is the impulsive candle here on both indices, but look at this reaction here. So they were both the indices inside of this order block that created the first or the second high of the day, and that happened to be like the one that pushed everything to the upside, right? So I'm not even trying to set a trade here because this actually happened like very fast. But I just want to see. I just want you to see and identify how the reactions on the same key levels on both the indices and the names are. Okay. Okay, so that was Microsoft. Let's go to Google. Uh, okay, so here we have a few things. Okay, so here we have the break and in mirror retest of this 5 minute opening range. So is this something to take? Well, it's not, just because there's no displacement. This is in mirror retest. There's nothing here. Hey Neto, this is an order block. Well, what would you say? I mean, yes, I know here we come back and retest, but would you consider this is an order block here? This candle here? Would you say this is an order block, guys? Can you type in the chat? Do you think this is an order block? Not a pivot? Yes, yes, no. So no, yeah. In my opinion, and again, this needs to be this needs to match your style and nothing else. In my opinion, this is not an order block. This is not an order block. Why? Because it's not pivoting anything, right? This is not pivoting anything. For me, this is the order block. I mean, you can draw only the wig or the upper wig and the body or the whole thing. But for me, that's the order block. Hey, did we have or do we have any other retest on here? Well, we don't, but that doesn't mean this is not an order block, right? So because now I will say, okay, well, my next order block will be this one. Why? Because we are pivoting from here, it's reversing. And what happened to the next order block? Well, that's an order block that it's respected as support, and later in the day it's revisited, and what's happening again? Bouncing from it. So this is how I do the order blocks. But again, looks like a flag. Yeah, probably. So what I will take here, well, let's look for opportunities here. So can you see here, guys? So here we have this break, displacement and retest of this order block. It's just there's no enough displacement here, so I wouldn't take anything here. But can you see what's going on the indices? It's having the same reactions here. It's having the same reactions here. So maybe if you are watching the indices that are actually launching on these candles, and you are like, okay, well, this is looking promissory, you could take a position from here. But I mean, it's just it's this is just too much consolidation. This today is not a good day to talk about price action here. So I think the important thing today is talking about how the indices and the tech names usually move in tandem, or not in tandem, but they usually look alike on the movements. That's why this is one of my main entry criteria to decide or to identify the direction and the trend of the indices, and then look for the names that are moving very similar to the indices. That is going to help you to identify your key levels, and also to identify if the momentum is gone, because you have something to compare. And also, as you can see here, usually you can compare your key levels on the tech names with the key levels on the indices. And for example, here, I mean, it's not a coincidence. Pre-market high on Google here, pre-market high on SPY here. Where is pre-market on QQQ? Well, it's a little bit above that area, but this is what you can look for confluence on your names, right? And let me go to the chat, guys. Do you have any question for me today? I'm done looking at names, but if you want to ask anything, or you want to look for a trade in here, just type on the chat. No, okay. So okay, so guys, today was a very choppy day. It was expected. Big money, smart money, hedge funds, and everything. Um, they are waiting for FOMC decision. So today was expected to be this kind of ugly price action. So stay safe. Tomorrow, what is going to happen tomorrow? Personally, I'm not even opening my broker. I will be here. I will be looking at my charts. I will be looking for new opportunities. Yes, we will have the trade review tomorrow, even if I don't take anything. But tomorrow is not a day to be risking. Tomorrow it's more like a show up and just watch your charts, watch your price action, see how the price moves and on according to your trading thesis or your trading ideas. But today and tomorrow, those are days to play defensive. So don't forget about that. FOMC days are days to play defensive. So no need to risk anything. You can show up, you can go look your chart, but try to not be too risky tomorrow. So please, 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 please play defensive. Don't do anything crazy tomorrow. All right. So thank you very much, guys. DC, I need a new mic. Well, yeah, I started with this. I don't know if it's pro or something. Amazon took it. Thank you very much. If you have any other improvement idea or feedback about these sessions, please let me know. And remember, I'm trying to grow this account, so if you can like and subscribe to this channel, uh, just for charity, I will appreciate. So thank you very much, guys, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.